time is nigh. Open up your eyes to see the signs of the times. Got to be wise to all of their lives. Look to the sky from where my help comes. Wake up, got to wake up from the slumber. Don't let them pull you under. Rise up of the water. Never let them wrestle you into the mud.
We up on live. Look that way, family. Greetings in the name of His and Her Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, Empress Rosaria Menin. Yes, family. One perfect balance. Greetings and welcome to special edition of Politically Incorrect, where we get it correct. You know already. If you're not correct, correct us. Not a problem. Today is Friday, the 7th of what they call the 7th month. Oh, that's not really the 7th month, but 7th of July, 2023. Significance. On this day last year, where were we? Where were we? Where were we? We were days away from an event that kind of set a tone that changed the course of Barbados. I wonder if anybody remember that event, what that event was, what was that event that happened here in Barbados that changed the course of things this time last year. In fact, it would have been 4 days away, 7/11. 7/11. Yeah, I remember that. That was something right there, man. That was something right there. For all those who remember, y'all know what it is. Who was there would know. Who wasn't there would know. But I want to thank those, man. Here we are a whole year later in review. Take a quick look. But tonight, we're going to open up the lines, have some conversations, a few things going on, including the rally tomorrow at the Esplanade. So let's have the mic open up. Let's have some conversation. Let's have some dialogue. See what's going on in Barbados, because a lot of things are happening all across the board, and not everybody's talking about it. So we're going to Free Up Friday open mic. We're going to just Free Up Friday. Shout out to Armageddon, by the way. We're going to have a Free Up Friday night tonight. Mic is open. In fact, make it early clear. The line is open. And we're going to have some dialogue tonight. Some dialogue tonight. It's overdue. Call us on WhatsApp. The number is, of course, area code 246-838-8253. Tell a friend to tell a friend. In the meantime, we're going to do some songs. By the way, for those who observe today as a sacred day, it's one of those holy days. It's, that time that they observe. Shabbat Shalom. For those observing it, Assalamu Alaikum. Islam, peace, for the Moors and the Islamic community. Ashe, Hotep, the conscious people. Namaste, brothers and sisters out in the east. Rastafari for the brothers and sisters, and to everyone else. It is love and it is light. I saw it go. So go tell a friend to tell a friend. I see the line here. Let me see who's on. I see Maria. I see you, Maria. Maria. We gonna holler, man. I got your message too, by the way. Daffodil, I see you. Andrea, I see you. The sunflower. Brother Hunt, I see you. Critchlow, I see you too. It's that time, family. Yes, it's that time. 777, they have power. Somebody remember that day very well. Somebody said that there's a day of power. Well, for those paying attention, how you did, man? Today was amazing, though. For those who know, it was amazing. I wouldn't be surprised. Sister said I'm echoing. If anybody else hearing that, let me know. Give me a sound check. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Let me know how the mic stay. Let me double check real quick. Click on the audio. Yeah, it looking good. Cancel that. Let me know how the sound coming through, family. Today is a high day for those paying attention. And so absorb the energy, the synergy in this reality that travel through the time universe to infinity. Make it happen, family. Make it happen. Wait, yo, make it happen. So let me play this joint real quick for those who watching and paying attention. Yeah, our sister right here. Y'all already know, man. Y'all already know. Trinidad in the building.
There's a natural mistake blowing in the air, and I feel it in the atmosphere, the fragrance of love passing around. I know that Jah is love and love is child. You can't deny the king of all kings, so give me the knowledge, the wisdom and the understanding. He put a rainbow in the sky to remind mankind it's King Jesus Rastafari. Red, gold, and green, Ethiopian supreme. Repatriation, reparation for every African man and woman to be redeemed. When the rain falls,
Serious.
I know it's Jah. When the breeze blows,
Queen Omega.
I know it's Jah. When the sun shines,
Queen Omega.
I know it's Jah. Rastafari. You can't deny the beauty, the creation of this world. Marvelous colors take a moment, observe the craft and handiworks of the omnipotent one. All life rays energy from the sun. The sun is in the Father, the Alpha and Omega, the bright and morning star. We are born of royalty, must know who you are. When the rain falls, I know it's Jah. When the breeze blows, I know it's Jah. And when the sun shines, I know it's Jah. Rastafari. When the rain falls, I know it's Jah. When the breeze blows, I know it's Jah. When the sun shines, I open my
Give thanks to the Most High family.
a natural mistake blowing in the air, and I feel it in the atmosphere, the fragrance of love passing around. I know that that is love, but love is God. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Can you feel the natural mistake rolling around, around and around? Now listen to the sound, to the sound. Keep going up and never going down.
Tell a friend, family. Y'all already know, family.
Skip, skip, scooby doo, doo, bang.
Tell a friend to tell a friend. Queen Omega. I know it is Jah. When I feel the wind blow, the energy.
Undaunted by the driving rain, a sea of faces awaited at the Palisados Airport the arrival of a living legend. To some, he was the King of Kings, the Lion of Judah, even a god. But to most, he was a mild-mannered monarch who had won the respect and admiration of Jamaicans.
Y'all already know, man. Selassie I the King. Yes, family. Give thanks. Give thanks. Jackie, I see you too. Listen, family, like I said, the line's open. This is going to be interesting because so many things going on. I mean, I got so much information this week. It was like, yo, overwhelming, overwhelming. We, as a nation right now, Barbados is in a real interesting position. You know, in a game of chess, there's something called a stalemate. And what a stalemate is when, you know, the king finds himself in a position where he cannot move. He can neither move forward, he can neither move back without putting himself in serious danger. Barbados in that position. We find ourselves as a nation now in stalemate, neither being able to go forward or backwards. A decision has to be made. One of the only things the king can do at this point is reset the program, start fresh. I mean, we could go through the lists of wrongs over the years, over the centuries. In fact, when we stop to look at it and we hear that everybody's now trying to do the right thing, it makes you wonder, but wait a minute, how comes all of a sudden they're looking to do the right thing? What is it that they're not telling you? I mean, after all these years of doing the complete wrong, the language is we're doing the right thing. I wonder why. And then again, what is the right thing? But think about it. From the issues with the housing, issues with the prisons, issues with roads, issues with land, especially land, lawyers getting arrested. I mean, police getting arrested, people dying at an alarming rate, children, schools having challenges. They're looking to put new system in schools that will present challenges. What on earth is going on, family? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts, family? Let us know tonight on Politically Incorrect. What are some of the thoughts that are circulating? Tomorrow is a rally at the Esplanade. There's a range of speakers coming in. Most of you would, I'm sure, would have heard it by now. It's everywhere. You can't miss it. And, you know, support initiatives that bring energy to the whole place, because right now the place, like I said, is in a position where, I mean, politicians right now, you hear them, you see them, whenever they speaking now, it's almost like they're bringing gloom, news of gloom. They ain't give you nothing good. I mean, it sound good, but was it really? I mean, in the last, what was it, St. George speak? Hang on a second. At St. George speak, I think there was a question even about the land where tenantry spots were brought into question. And the irony is that when the question was asked to the prime servant to respond, she admitted, well, I can't respond to what I don't know, what I haven't reviewed, what I haven't read, which I understand the position. But the brother spoke about it from the learned judge. I like how he said, learned judge. What it says is that if you have tenantry land, or your parents were given tenantry land and they were living there all that time, and they basically pass away, then you would think that you would become eligible as a family member to that land. Well, according to the well, you know what? Maybe some of you would have missed it. Let me play this part, just this part. Let me just move this. Let me go ahead and play this portion here. Let me share this tab instead. Well, you ought to pay attention to this right here. You know, like, again, if I'm incorrect, somebody please call and correct me. But well, you ought to pay attention to this right here really quick.
I move on to my second issue. Since I'm sure that everyone understands fully that they have the assurance that they need not worry about what is written in the Constitution, the ground norm. My second issue, ma'am, and I gear my...
Oh, and by the way, when he talks about the Constitution being ground norm, That's a term, a legal term. And some of you may have heard that before. I mean, a lot of y'all people here, y'all are really intelligent. I know y'all are like, mind-blowing people, bright, ground norm. What that basically states in a nutshell is that, well, the Constitution is the acknowledgement of that law, but the Constitution itself is not the Constitution, which is a little strange, but it's interesting. The power is in the people, and we mustn't forget that. We must not forget that. And so, listen to this brother speak here.
Myself with a recent case. The decision was made as recent as November the 1st, 2022. I am not going to call any names because I think I'm wise enough, but I have the case here, and I want to read not only for the persons in my constituency, but wherever they are in Barbados, who is dependent on the Tenantry Freehold Act. The disposal, ma'am, where the learned honorable judge of the High Court, he made a decision. And
who was the judge again?
I was particularly careful not to call names,
No,
ma'am.
but it's a public document, so you can.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
So it's Justice who?
Justice Barry L. Carrington. And I want to read.
And the name of the case?
The name of the case. And I can make this a document for you, if you so desire.
You sound like you want to be in another place. But what's the case?
I will read the case, ma'am. Is Pinder against Pyle.
Pinder versus Pyle.
That's,
Thank you.
Yes,
Go ahead.
And I would want to read, just for the benefit of all Barbadians who are depending on the Tenantry Freehold Act. And I know full well that they can go and look at Hazard to understand what was the intention at the then time. But I can read what the learned judge concluded. He said, the option to purchase land under the Tenantry Freehold Purchase Act was personal to the third defendant's deceased grandmother as a qualified tenant, and consequently cannot devolve on her estate. So, if I understand it correctly, ma'am, it means that if a person qualifies as a tenant and that person dies, then her descendants, they step right in the face, man, of the law of succession. Her descendants do not have the right to purchase the property. This is in this document. If I understand it correctly, please clarify it for me, ma'am.
I can't clarify what I've not read, and I won't. But what I will do is that I give you the assurance that between the Attorney General and the Minister of Housing, that I will ask them to review the judgment, and I will ask, because we can't appeal a matter that we are not a party to, but we can make a determination as to what we feel the intention of Parliament was then, but more importantly, what it ought to be today. And my understanding, as I said, of that legislation was that the then Prime Minister, Tom Adams, wanted to make sure that families who, by dint of their presence on the land for considerable periods of time, although he used a short period in the legislation, 5 years, but the philosophy was that people were forced to live on this rab land as slaves, as ex-slaves when you had the located laborers, the Master and Servant Act, that if you wanted to keep living on the land, if you wanted, you had then to sell your labor to the plantation.
Yeah, the slaves on the land. Although there were no slaves in Barbados, but folks who were enslaved or prisoners. I love the language. It's more right there. It's just really interesting. Family, let me say this to you, man. You know, this is interesting because it is clear. It's clear that what they call crown land. Now, people always argue about the land in Barbados. You know, there are some families who have their inheritance, whether their families work for it, would have paid the price for it through their sweat, blood, and tears. And I am one of those folks that should be respected without question. But there's so much places that they call the crown land that the government claim that is theirs, or the crowns, that people who do not have land need to go find, seek out, occupy it, and claim it. And I've been saying that forever. So you would have no issue being on somebody else, being on somebody else's territory, because there's plenty of space the government claim that belong to the crown. Well, you the crown. I'm just saying, this issue of land, lawyers doing different transactions and scams, stealing land and reselling land to foreigners to the highest price, becoming a real pain, if you follow me. But let me go and put the link up. You know, I know how it is sometimes, man. I know how it is sometimes. Those who are interested. Yep, Isis, I see you. Tomorrow, S Bay Street, Esplanade at 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's the time allotted. Tell a friend, family. Y'all already know. So we asked, isn't he a BLP member? He may very well be a member, but I think at this stage, people are realizing that right is right and wrong is wrong. And, you know, for the most part, people are no longer interested in just, you know, watching it go by and not saying or not doing anything. Sunset Crest land dispute. Oh, man, do not start that. Sunset Crest is just the tip of the iceberg. There's so many people in Barbados who could sing that same song. Almost the same chorus, hook, and verses. All over the island, you find politicians owning land that is not rightfully theirs. It's a fact. It's a fact. They all get into it. They all do it. A lot of these politicians are lawyers. Go figure. Why is it that lawyers seem to think that they're the only ones who can do politics? I mean, why is it? Why do you think that lawyers seem to be the only ones who seem that they're capable enough to get into politics? Why are there so many lawyers in politics and not regular people? You know, why they ain't got no farmers in politics, no chefs, you know, no teachers, no principals that have principles, you know, all the lawyers, right? Don't you see the lawyers are the problem? The lawyers are the problem. Well, some of them anyway. You know, some of these lawyers are the problem, man. You know, that's obvious. And you know, tell a friend, family. Lines are open. Like I said, politically incorrect. Feel free, come on in the studio. If you're not afraid, click on the link, come on in. If you're on YouTube, feel free to come on in. Yeah, quite interesting. Tell a friend. I know how it is at times, man. Covering their criminal tracks. That is deep. Well, you know what? He says it's a fraternity. The thing is, it's not the only fraternity. The people is a fraternity, man. In a day and age like this, the people organizing themselves, man. I think that's why I was pushing for the last few weeks, being more proactive. I can't stress it enough, family. As a people, we got to become more proactive. We can't be sleeping behind the ball, thinking that if we keep coming from behind the ball, they're going to somehow tweak things. We got to be on a different page. Facts. This is the day that we come to the realization, if it's to be done, it's when we have to be done by us. And that's it. It has to be done by us. And that's the long and short of it. Most lawyers, biggest thieves. Well, we could challenge that one way or the other. It wouldn't mean ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. Yeah. That's be a glitch in the matrix when y'all see that happening. That's all I can say. Oh, ISIS, you remember, no? The original Free Up Fridays, for sure. Armageddon, live and direct. Yeah, that's all they want to say, man. You know, we could go back and forth. Family, you got to come to a realization that enough has been said. It's time for work. Time to put in work to make the work happen. You know what I'm saying? To do things and make sure that things get done. This is the time to not do work and not get things done. This is the time to make it happen and make it happen all day, every day. So let me keep that in mind. I got this phone here ringing. This is the alternate. Yeah. That's what's up. So I see you, Jacqueline. Love and light to you too, fam. Yeah, that's what's basically going on, man. I mean, like I said, we can't just sit back anymore. We got to find ways to do things and make things happen. Do them and make things happen. So the focus is tomorrow, Esplanade. Y'all know 10 o'clock. It's 10 to 2. You know, support the rally. Make sure y'all pay attention to what's being said. Absorb everything. In addition to that, make sure y'all have a plan. Have a plan. It don't matter what knowledge you have. You can't apply that knowledge. It only make no sense having it. Make sure you have a plan. You got vacation right now. You got some time to gather your thoughts, family, strategize, devise a plan. What are you going to do for you and your family? How is it you and your family going forward? What's the plans? Make sure you have a plan. That's all I can tell you. Can't stress that enough. You know, I did a video on the doctrine of discovery that I only found out today that it was shut down by Facebook. Well, I don't want to say that. Let me not say that. I don't want to say it was shut down by Facebook because the truth is, it might have been an error on my part. It could be a number of things. So it doesn't matter what happened to it. The fact is it's still up. And I want to show you this real quick. I don't even know if y'all can find it on the page. But when I go to, in fact, let me share this screen and show y'all how I get here. Maybe y'all could actually find it. But this is interesting as it pertains to the same issue with land and what they call the government and what the government claims is theirs. See, these administrators are not the government, just administrators. They're not the government, like, you know, ground norm. They're not the power. They act as if they have the power. They don't. So even asking them to do stuff suggests that you are a servant. So we're not asking them to do anything. We are telling them to do it. And in fact, if they do not do it, then there are consequences for such an action. That's the language. Let me show you all something. Let me go and share this. If we ain't talking that language, family, we ain't talking nothing. Only slaves ask permission. So the question always stood, comfortability with enslavement or liberation? I know that's a real tough question. A lot of folks ain't ready for that. But the reality is that time. If you're going to be talking truth, we keep saying we're talking truth. Let me deal with truth then. Yeah. Okay, so this was up right here. Politically incorrect. Y'all already know. Put this here on pause. Close the chats. Okay, so this is what is up. So on the politically incorrect page, if you manage to find it, politically incorrect, if you're on it, make sure you like, subscribe. You know it, go already. Follow the whole 9 yards. You scroll down. Oh, by the way, that's the life we in right now. It's so funny. Anyhow, if you go to, oh, by the way, Notice I'm on the post that Mark's videos. I'm on the link that Mark video. And we go down, 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 we go down. We're going to find a section that says, wait a minute. Oh yeah, here it is. Is this the time of forgiveness or reconciliation? Now, I don't know if y'all can see this video. I'm not sure if it's only visible to me, but if you can see this video, family, if you can see this video, let me pull this up. Now, I'm going to mute it. I don't want the volume to come through. But the video is called, Is this the time of forgiveness or reconciliation? If y'all can see this video, if you can, like I said, I'm not sure if you can see this. But if you can, hang on. Go check this out. Go check this out if you can see it, because I know I think it was taken down or hidden. I don't know if I managed to get it back up. You can check it and see if I actually did manage to. I was trying to get it organized earlier. I do not know. And the thing is, Spirit led me to that. So I'm not sure. But yeah. Check it out and let me know what's the flex. Let me see here. Yeah, there you go. All right. So that's the first order of the day. Go check that one out if you get a chance. As a matter of fact, maybe I could put the link up. Put the link up in the comments. I don't know if you can find it. If you do find it, let me know. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Let me go and touch this here real quick. Ice is saying, go into the rally. Listen, now folks ask me if I go into the rally. I don't know if that's a question or a statement. A lot of Barbadians have no idea what the Doctrine of Discovery exists. Well, a lot of folks never heard of it before. Period. The Doctrine of Discovery. And to answer Ice's question, truthfully, some people don't understand that question yet. Accountability or liberation. See, when it comes to comfortability, being comfortable on this thing called, good night, Monica, we see you too. When it comes to accountability, being comfortable on the plantation, we got to answer that question within ourselves. What do we want? What is it that we are fighting for? Someone asked me earlier, if someone said to me, we got to keep fighting. And I thought about it, you know. We got to keep fighting. And we've been fighting. And what are we really fighting for, though? Like, we fighting, yeah. I'm not debating. We fighting. What are we fighting for? What are we fighting for, family? We're fighting for comfort. We're fighting for liberation, or comfort in hopes of gaining liberation. What is it we fighting for? Or we just fighting? We're just fighting. Or what is it we fighting for? And that's a serious question. And I think it's a valid question. I think in 2023, I think everyone needs to be aware of oneself and self-determination. But this particular video goes into a lot of information. It's deep. It repudiates, you know. It gets into a lot of information. Like I said, I don't know if y'all can see this or not. I'm not even sure if you can see it. If you can see it, the doctrine of discovery is discussed pretty thoroughly in this particular link. Let me go and put that in the comments. I'm going to post the Facebook link. Like I said, I noticed it was taken down by, well, let me not, like I said, I don't want to, it wasn't accessible. So I was playing with it to see if I could make it, you know, accessible. So I don't know if I was able to do so. I can see it because, of course, I am the host. I'm the the person in charge of that particular page. So obviously, I have access to it. But y'all can check it and let me know if you could see it, and let me know. But the link is right there. I see you too, Empress. We see you. We see you. But go check this out, family. I mean, like I said, it discusses a lot of information pertaining to things that we have never heard before. And I found it to be, man, Vatican news, information straight out the Vatican. Don't let these politicians fool you, man. I mean, don't let them trick you. They got us asking them permission. They're out here doing stuff when they don't have no right to do anything. They don't. They don't have that jurisdiction like before. How can they? That's why everybody all of a sudden want to do the right thing. Because see, if what they're afraid of is that you realize that what they're doing is playing Dolly House. Remember, you only played Dolly House, Dolly House, because it ain't really the real house. You're just pretending. Yeah. But oh man. This video right here, like I said, family, go check this out, man. If the link is visible to you, if you can see the link, go check it out. Like I said, go pay attention. It was one of those things that needs. Fighting to be free of the corrupt system. Now, ISIS, I want to touch on that. I'm fighting to be free of the corrupted system. Okay. So that sounds like a fight we're fighting. But you can't be fighting for freedom from the corrupted system while asking the system to give you a scotch on their bench. And therein lies the problem. And we got to be honest about it. And that's part of the problem that not many people want to face. It's a question that needs to be answered, man. And you got to look at yourself and ask yourself the question, what are you really fighting for? Are we fighting for comfort on the plantation, or are we fighting for liberation? Ask yourself the question. Ask yourself the question. What are we fighting for? What are we really fighting for? So they said she just clicked on the link and it is playing. Okay. Because they had it stashed. Like, yo, you can't let them know this. And I had never seen that happen before. Like, wait, how is this? What is doing over here? I don't even know how to do that. I don't even know how they did that. Shut it right down. I'm like, wow. I mean, I hear these things all the time, man, but to actually go and see it, it's like, okay. Well, the link there, and Sonia said working, so. Yeah, a lot of information in this one right here. Go check this out, family. Doctrine of Discovery. This is profound. And so the question is, what does this have to do with 2023? Today, 7/7/2023. 2 and 2 is 4, and 3 is 7. The 7th for the 7th. For those not paying it. Many 3 7s clash. What does that have to do with today? What does it have to do with today? Why today? Why today? What's so special about today? Well, think about it. The link to this video, like I said, is in the comments. You can go check it out. If you haven't seen it already, it is an absolutely must-see. Enlighten yourself as to what's really going on. Like I said, you're not being told a lot of stuff. But the reality is, are we looking for comfort on the plantation? Or are we looking to be off the plantation? Or away from the corporation? Or to leave the corporation? To put it more in a Christian way, or better yet, biblical way, come out of her, my people. Come out. Come out. We were given instructions to come out. But keep in mind, not everybody wanted to leave Egypt. Not everybody wanted to leave. Not everybody wanted to leave, man. So you got to pay attention, family. Not everybody want to leave Egypt. Some folks want to stay. Just be comfort. just got the mortgage for the house, tuition, and got to get a new job with me, making some money. I ain't see this kind of money since I was born. Yeah, we get it. We get it. We get it. We get it. Like, we get it totally. But some of us, right? We gonna risk at the Red Sea and the Promised Land, man. We crossing Jordan. We crossing the Red Sea, man. We crossing the Red Sea. That's what's up. We crossing the Red Sea. And yes, I can honestly say that we are aware that the Pharaoh won't like it when they realize we crossing. Yes, we know this. But only the wicked is fearful when no one pursues. It'd be a matter for Pharaoh to follow us, knowing the divine light that is guiding us. And having read the prophecy themselves, knowingly should know that ain't gonna end well for them. We gonna be good. We gonna be good. We going to our Father's land, man. The Promised Land. Seek ye first the kingdom, right? Seek ye first the kingdom. And everything else gonna be added, man. Facts. Facts. Anyhow, check that link out. Sonia said it, whacking. So go check that out, man. Go check that out, man. Having a ball. I remember this one, man. It was official. Yeah. Anyhow, family. He said, I love that, Daffodil. You have to lead within the mind first. Of course, seek ye first the kingdom. You got to look inside, man. Find the kingdom inside. You can't be trying to be comfortable in the system outside. The system outside ain't never had nothing good for us as a people. It ain't never had nothing good for us. Never. That's why we got to realize that, we got to go in self, seek your higher self. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make it happen. And, not everyone going to get it. And we get it. Some going to get it and don't want to get it. We get it. Some going to get it and got it. Got it? Put some rain on that. Put some rain on that. That's what's up. Oh, yeah. Yeah, my yeah. Ocean. Now, the ocean is Oshun. A lot of people question, what do you mean by Oshun? Oshun is ocean. The ocean. That's where they get the name from. Oshun, Yamaye. We know. I told someone the other day that we got to fight. Yeah. We don't want that sex ed in the schools. Yeah. We don't want that. For sure we don't want that. What we do want is some African conscious teachings, some African spirituality classes for the children. Pouring some libation in the morning as well. Call on the ancestors as well. We want some of that because that's the only thing that worked against imperialism and colonialism. Ask Haiti about it. The only revolution that we ever had that was 100% successful. The reason why they suffered afterwards because the other nations were too cowardly to support the same initiative and do the same thing. Call on your ancestors. Call on those that came before. Call on the spirits that roam and walk, that will not rest. Shout out to Ashley, by the way. Alexandra Pyle. Call her name, man. Alexandra Pyle. Alexandra Pyle. Call her name, man. Whole bunch of hangers in Barbados recently to start the Jason season. Imagine that. The start of the Jason season. Y'all don't hear me, though. Anyhow, family. I know the line's open, man, but I already know how it is, man. I know how it is. Man. Good stuff. So that's what's up. Let the ancestors welcome all that's welcome. Let them wash away all that needs to be washed away. and nurture all that has to be nurtured. Yes. I love this, Daffodil. When you leave within the mind and find self, you can't believe how easy it is about self when you leave. The universe guides you into righteousness. When you leave the system, can't miss it, can't miss it, can't miss it. Empress, nah, don't be sorry. We ain't sorry. We happy people, man. We ain't sorry. Catch it on the replay. But don't forget to catch that other video I just pointed out too. You gotta check that out. And I'm glad because I don't normally go through my videos. It came up, but the videos came up. I don't even know how they came up. And I was looking at them like, wow. Then I saw that. I was like, wait a minute. What is doing right here? Like, what are you doing? You're like out of place. And I was like, okay, I see. So I'm gonna mention that one tonight. Man. But anyhow, family, I just want to say give thanks to all those who realize that, you got to stay true to self and go within, raise your frequency, guide our children. We are the guides for the youth. Let's guide them accordingly. Teach them to stand up against wrong, tyranny, and injustice. There's a lot of injustices going on, but it's because of ignorance. It's because of ignorance. Ignorance is why we in the position we find ourselves. Destroy because we lack the knowledge. See, because when you lack the knowledge, they could tell you anything, and you'll go for it. But when you know the truth, and the truth has made you free, then you ain't got to worry about a thing. Serious. Yes. So that one down the line. Anyhow, family, what time is it? I came in a little late. Y'all already know that. I don't want to stick up too late after 9:30. It's all good. And like I said, lots of stuff going on in Barbados. Lots of hangings in Barbados lately. It seemed a little strange, don't you think? Let me just say two things regarding that first. I am taking steps to secure my identity. ISIS, I ain't going to tell you no joke, right? There's a lot of different things and claims that does this. Let me have a conversation because I'm going to give you some information that you're going to find very relevant for sure. The number's on the screen. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Area code 246-838-8253. But let me say this, family. They call it mental health, but mental meaning mind. Health is self-explanatory. The health of the mind. Well, yeah, here we go. I know. It's just the energy, family. That's all it is. The whole universal glitch thing. What I was saying is that the state of minds right now, a lot of people are going through it for different reasons. This is a fact. And I agree that maybe some may seem a little strange because I don't know women to generally hang themselves. It just seems a little odd. I think hanging is one of the things you got to plan. Like you just can't get up, like, pop some pills. And hanging is a bit more strategic. There's some things you got to do in the process, like find a chair, get some rope or a cloth or whatever that's strong enough. Mindset. You got to find some place to put. It requires thought. It doesn't seem impulsive. Nevertheless, I'm not an expert, but what I want to say is this. Some of these situations seem a little strange, perhaps some are not. Let's start taking the mindset of our brothers and sisters a bit more serious. A lot of us know people that sometimes tell us they feel depressed or they feel sad or they feel like they can't cope. And sometimes we shake it off because we tell ourselves, man, they always good, man. I mean, they always say that and they be good. You know what? Let's start taking it a bit more serious. Let's take it a bit more serious because we never know what someone is really, truly going through. We never know what someone is really facing. Yeah? So let's look out for each other. You know, let's be our brothers and sisters keeper. And show love, man. Show love, man. Yeah, it's strange, especially for women. Yep. Try blessing a family in need of help. Do it from the heart. You would see how many good things the Most High send your way. We don't need those people. We are powerful. Yep. These people right here, I mean, politicians, man, all we got is each other here. Since the juice rolled out, a lot of strange things are happening. Facts. Strange indeed. Strange indeed. Strange things happening. And Isis, I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you on that piece. Anyhow, family, I gonna make a little spin. We gonna play a tune or two or three, and we gonna go back and hold a Medi tonight, man. It's one of those nights. Plus, yeah, a lot of energy circulating, man. Just absorb it, family. Absorb it. Absorb it. Yeah, absorb it. Stay focused. Like I said, look out for people. You know, just pay attention because the signs are always there. Just pay attention. Just pay attention. Can't go wrong. Anyhow, a rainy night it will be, so be it. Sila. Let me think of a tune to drop. What kind of tune? I ain't played certain tunes I ain't playing in a minute, man. Let me see if this is one of the ones I can drop tonight, man. A night of sevens, family. A night full of sevens, man. Just sevens, man. Not three, but two, man. Nah, let me start that one there, man. That's crazy, man. You just can't do that, man. Man, you gonna how you gonna do that there, big man? That's play them short tunes like that there just so big, man. Them is general tunes, man. The more family is Esplanade 10 to 2. 10 to 2. He's there, man. Y'all already know, family. Y'all already know, man. Yes. You know already, family.
My good old prophet Marcus Garvey prophesy.
What did tell you, man?
St. Jacob, Delaware, and Kingston is gonna meet. And I can see with my own eyes, it's only a housing scheme that divides.
Only a housing scheme that divided. Look, get tight with it, family. Pay attention. Tomorrow you got the brethren over a way. But tomorrow, that's how you pronounce it.
Look up a cotton tree out by Ferry Station. How beautiful it used to be. And it has been destroyed by lightning, earthquake and thunder, I say.
Earthquake and thunder. It's all good, family. It's all good. It's all good. All good. When the sevens clash. Look, can't make this stuff up, man. I can tell you one thing though. There's a song that Jackie asked for the other day. What was it, Jackie? What was the song, Jackie? I gotta get that one today, man. Let me see it. Let me see it. Jackie, let me see it. Come on, Jackie. Yeah, that's it there, man. You don't know, man. Jackie, this one for you exclusively. Exclusively, Jackie. It's been a minute. It's been a minute, man. More creations, I see you. Man, look, man. I can say this no better, man. You know, take heed when the warnings come and only speak on countermeasures into existence. Give no energy to their agenda, only our solutions. But I echo to orders of time. It's real.
We've been down in the valley
Much too long. We've been down too long, family. Too long,
We've
family.
been down in a poverty, oh so long, yeah.
Too long, family.
We've been down in captivity,
I ain't knocking a fella.
much too long.
What I will tell you, right?
We've been down in humility,
What I will tell you, right?
and oh so
For a long time, fam.
Rise and shine,
Rise and shine, family.
and win your liberation.
Win your liberation.
Oh, now is the time.
Now is the time.
When all nations must be
free, man.
Rise and shine. Restore your strength and power. Waste no more time. Remember your history. We've been down in a separation much too long. We've been down in humiliation, oh so long.
In humiliation for too long.
We've been down in a condemnation much too long. We've been down in a segregation, oh so long. So rise and shine.
Rise and shine, family.
As the morning sun that
As the
surrounds
morning
you.
sun surrounds
It's
you.
international morality time.
Morality time.
Where mankind must be born anew.
Listen, man, hold on, man. Just for Jackie, say it, right, Jackie? Let him know, Jackie. There's a message in the music. I don't play songs, you know. Just a message, man. Just a message. Been too long, family. Rally to more. Pay attention and listen. You don't want to be comfortable on the plantation. Be comfortable in your comfort. And you want liberation, family.
We've been down in the valley much too long. We've been down in a poverty,
Yo!
oh so long, yeah.
I gotta start the music real quick, man. Sorry, family. I know the vibe's sweet, right? But I gotta show this something real quick. A little scene here now come up on my screen. They now tell me that they're having a problem. They tell me they're having a problem streaming to, because I have a virtual studio, in case y'all don't know. Right now, this is not even Although this is still on, this is on YouTube only. Facebook probably can't even see this. They can't even see this. This is strictly all YouTube viewers only. See what I tell you, YouTube family different. Facebook then shut down the whole stream, you know, including the fact that the video that they hid, I spoke about tonight again. And that whole thing, though, again, Measure telling me that, yo, we cannot find the link between my virtual studio and Facebook. Like, they don't know where part, they say they don't know where it is. Yo, you cannot make this up. Let me tell you what it's saying, though. That's real quick. Let me tell you what it's saying, man. We just send a message in the sun, man. Not my Facebook. Hopefully, wondering what will happen. Wondering what happened, man. If you want to check it, Facebook then shut off, man. It's not even on Facebook. Facebook then ended. Done.
We've been down in the valley.
We've been down, family.
Much too long.
Much too long, family.
We've been down in the poverty. Oh, so long.
Rising come forward stronger.
We've been down in captivity. Much too long. We've been down in humility. And oh, so long.
Yeah.
So rise and shine and win your liberations. For now's the time when all nations must live free.
I see you, my brother. I see you, my brother.
Rise and shine.
Straight out of hand, right?
Restore your strength and power.
Almost laughable.
Waste no more time.
If it wasn't too serious, you could have laughed, man. But it's serious, you might as well laugh. Get that one. Crazy, man. Crazy. Imagine that, right? You should be telling her, right? Now, if you got a kid to go watch it, go watch that here.
We've been down in a separation much too long.
Much too long, family.
We've been down in humiliation. Oh, so long. Yeah. We've been down in a condemnation much too long.
Much too long, man.
We've been down in a segregation. Oh, so long.
Yes, family.
So rise and shine as the morning sun that surrounds you. It's International Morality Time, where mankind must be born anew.
Mankind must be born anew.
Rise and shine for the sake of the younger generation. Hearts and minds to brotherhood and unity. We've been down in the valley much too long. We've been down in a poverty. Oh, so long. Yeah.
I'm very requested.
We've been down
We're gonna handle my business,
in
family.
captivity much too long.
All distractions.
We've
I
been
love it.
down in humility and oh so long. We've been down in a separation much too long. We've been down in a tribulation oh so long.
I see you, Maria.
We've been down in a condemnation
All right.
much too long. And we've been down in a segregation oh so long.
Be up, family. Be up, family.
We've been down in the
It's all good,
valley
man.
much too
Just
long.
stay real. Stay true to yourself.
We've been down
Remember, right? That
in a
honesty
poverty
filter.
oh so long.
You gotta be clear on what it is.
We've been down in captivity
Captivity.
much too long.
What is it? We want to be comfortable on autocracy,
In humility,
or we liberating ourselves
oh,
and
so
creating our own legacy. Let me be clear, family. That's all I say. Haile Selassie first, Empress Wazira Mene. Y'all already know, man. One perfect balance. That's the reality. Straightforward. Love y'all, man. One family, one perfect balance. Can't stop it. Shout out to the Fade family, the Fade movements. Y'all know what's going on, man. By storm, man. By storm, man. Enough said. Enough said, man. We're gonna link up a few moons, few lights. Y'all rest well. Y'all feel joyful. Support anything that's moving the program forward. Full stop. Be clear. Very clear. Very clear.
We've been down in the valley.
Not too long, Jackie.
We've been down in the poverty.
Oh, so long. Yes. See y'all on Monday, family.